Robert Johnson was an American blues musician and songwriter. His combination of masterful guitar playing and soulful singing made him one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. He was so good, in fact, that it is rumoured that he sold his soul to the devil in return for his musical prowess. A member of the infamous 27 Club, despite his tragically short life, Johnson left an indelible mark on music history. But at what cost? His soul? What price did Johnson have to pay to acquire his legendary status? Robert Leroy Johnson was born in Hazelhurst, Mississippi in 1911, but soon moved with his family to Memphis, where he spent the next 8 or 9 years. Importantly for Johnson, it was here that he acquired his love for and knowledge of the blues and popular music. After spending his early years in school and learning the guitar, Johnson would get married in 1929. Tragically though, his wife, Virginia Travis, died in childbirth not long after. Interestingly, when her family was asked about this tragic event in later life, some members claimed her death was divine punishment for Robert Johnson's decision to sing secular songs, with others going as far to say selling his soul to the devil. Now single again, Johnson rejected any ideas of settling down and instead became a travelling blues musician. There was a problem, however. Despite being regarded as a competent harmonica player, Son House, a musical contemporary of Johnson and legend in his own right, remarked that he was an embarrassingly bad guitar player. At this point, it is hard to imagine the legendary status Johnson would later acquire, given how his peers viewed him. Johnson would leave the company of Son House for a while before returning a whole new person. Upon his return, if by a miracle, Johnson had become a guitar-playing master, to the shock and surprise of his fellow musicians. Johnson was now doing things on a guitar that people couldn't quite believe, playing to a level well beyond his years, creating an almost untouchable, mystical aura around him. And with it, rumours began to circulate that this wasn't through hard practice, but was instead something supernatural. According to the legend, Johnson was desperate to become a great blues musician, wanting to achieve this at any cost, even if that meant his soul. Though no one knows by whom, Johnson was told to take his guitar to a nearby crossroad at midnight. Upon making it there, in the dead silent night, it is said that Johnson was approached by the devil himself. The devil took Johnson's guitar, tuned it, played a few songs, and then returned the guitar to him, giving him mastery over the instrument. With his seemingly unearthly talent, Johnson would continue his musical pursuits, touring and recording, with his first released single selling as many as 10,000 copies. Interestingly, for someone as influential as Johnson, he only ever completed 2 major recording sessions, producing just 29 songs. The latter occurred in June 1937. Tragically though, the master bluesman would die just 2 months later in August. Though there are several theories as to how the young man died, with some including murder by poisoning, the true cause of death remains unknown. Was he murdered, or did he just fall ill? Or maybe, just maybe, he was fulfilling his end of the bargain with the devil and gave up his soul. It is heavily debated whether Johnson did in fact sell his soul for musical talent in the literal sense, or whether this should be seen as a metaphor for the lifestyle he led as a travelling blues musician. Who knows? What do you think? Did Robert Johnson sell his soul to the devil? And if so, was it worth it? Thank you for joining us at Canned History. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, then like, comment and subscribe.